Beyonce shook because now Rihanna is coming out with her own hair care line. Whew, it's about to get spicy. Let's go ahead and get into the show, y'all. Let's do it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. So here we go, y'all. Now, I turn off the sound because it has music in it. I don't know if it's copywritten or not, but I was like, yeah, I better be careful with all that. So I did not want to play the music. I'm telling you, a lot of y'all are like, oh, why are you making the Beyonce and the Rihanna comparison? Don't compare them. They're two different people. Blah, blah, blah. Listen, they're black women with hair care lines. At the end of the day, people are going to make the comparison. But it's not only that. You guys have to think about it this way. Rihanna has marketed herself as a business mogul. She is a businesswoman. She's a mogul. She's a billionaire on her own. Like, not an attachment to, she with A$AP Rocky right now, let's not pretend. But she makes way more money than A$AP Rocky. If anything, she elevated A$AP Rocky. If we're just going to be honest, she elevated him. With that being said, whatever Rihanna touches is gold. Whatever she touches is gold. The skincare line, the makeup, the lingerie, just everything she does, it blows up. And I think something between her and Beyonce is that Rihanna is more personable and we feel like we know her compared to Beyonce. It's more like, let me give you the perfect example. You know how Beyonce released that video with the where her hair care line Cecred or whatever, right? And she was getting her hair washed and, done and stuff like that. Well, here's the thing. She put that video out after she was heavily criticized for not being personable. And people saying, like, does she actually use this hair care line? What is it? Like, is this real? Like, was she, like, in the lab actually making it? Where with Rihanna, you feel like Rihanna actually uses her products and she has her hands in what's going on in her business. Where when it comes to Beyonce, it seems like she just signs a check and they're like, all right, put my name on it. All right, that's good. All right, let's go. Let's move on. Because remember, it wasn't too long ago, Beyonce came out with a perfume. Did anybody buy the Beyonce perfume? Well, let me speak to the ladies in general. Ladies, did you buy the Beyonce perfume? Good point, Bernice. Good point. She only sends it to the rich people. Yeah, rich and famous. Right. Yeah, nobody bought her perfume. It stinks. Okay, but when it comes to the makeup, I bet you for the women in here that wear makeup or men that wear makeup, y'all got some Fenty Beauty or something like that, right? Y'all got some kind of Fenty Beauty. People are buying, or the lingerie, or the Fenty clothes, and y'all got something Fenty or Rihanna because she has marketed herself as a businesswoman. I don't think no one's buying it just because it's Beyonce. Now, as far as Beyonce being an artist in music, oh yeah, she has Rihanna on that. However, Rihanna is one of the top selling females ever. So we can't even say technically Beyonce got her on the music because Rihanna has not put out music in over 8 years, and people are still begging and wanting some Rihanna music. Mind you, I don't think Rihanna makes a lot of money from her music. I believe that's the real reason why she ain't came out with music. I'm gonna be completely honest. The reason why Rihanna has not came out with music, I think because of the splits and the way things are done, and Rihanna doesn't really write her own music either. So she might get a little bit from the publishing, which I mean, a Rihanna song, a Rihanna hit, it brings you money. Don't get me wrong, but being a businesswoman and having, real estate, having a beauty brand, I guess that's what you would call overall, some kind of beauty brand, you're making way more money off of that than the music. I believe the same for Beyonce. If Beyonce money didn't come, I'm sorry for shaking the screen. If Beyonce's money didn't mostly come from like her music and performing and stuff like that, I think she would be like Rihanna and not release music. I don't think she would be all like, "Oh yeah, I need to put out a song," And Beyonce doesn't do an album like every year, but I mean it's more frequent than Rihanna. Notice when the whole Fenty Beauty, when did Fenty Beauty come out, y'all? I could be wrong, but I believe when Fenty got popping, I think she stopped. When did Fenty? 2017 is when it launched. When was Rihanna's last album? When did? Yep, yep. Okay, so her last album, Anti, came out in 2016. Fenty Beauty came out in 2017. Oh, once she hit that lick on that beauty brand, oh, it was over. Oh, somebody said something important. Z. Rihanna doesn't care about being perfect and curating her social media presence, which makes her look more honest and authentic. Yes, that is true, Z. That is true. Jessica Simpson did the same thing, and she's a whole billionaire. Yes, Jessica Simpson, she was known for tuna. Is this tuna or chicken or whatever? And went over to clothing and stuff like that and became a billionaire. Smart. And we forget that, oh, she was a singer. She was during that pop era with the Britneys and the Christinas. Beyonce is a real musician. Rihanna was just looking for a come up and her heart ain't in the crap. Wow, you think that? And Shell, you're allowed your opinion. I'm not mad at it, but okay, you think. Well, I wouldn't call Beyonce a musician because necessarily I don't think she plays any instruments. But I will say, as far as being an artist, yes, I will agree with you on that. And I feel like when Rihanna puts on something, everybody will probably want it. Compared to if Beyonce put on something, you'll probably be like, whoa, that's way too expensive. Like I feel like Rihanna would wear a hoodie. And well, Rihanna has wear hoodies. And when you see Rihanna out in a hoodie, and it's just like, oh, okay, she got a hoodie on. Where with Beyonce, it's always like this extravagant, like all planned out, every outfit, every picture, every music video, and like everything is methodically planned out with Beyonce, and it doesn't seem natural. Kind of like what Z was talking about. It doesn't seem natural. Where Rihanna, she literally just will post anything. You'll see her out and about. You'll see her, just hanging out. She's like that around the way girl. But Beyonce is like this mega star, and it's like, oh, like untouchable, untainable. Where with Rihanna, she would be somebody like more like, okay, I can chill with her, I can hang out with her. Like I wouldn't have to be like, I mean, it's Rihanna. You would still get starstruck, right? Like no lie, you still would get starstruck, but it's not. Rihanna just seems so cool and so chill, And I'm not saying Beyonce is not, but I think that superstardom and stuff like that, she's more kind of like who can I compare her to? I would put Beyonce. Now, I'm not saying Beyonce is Michael Jackson, but I would put it more on that Michael Jackson superstardom kind of level where it's like, oh my God, do you know who this is? Like this is this is a god almost, And I hate saying celebrities are like deities or anything like that, but you will look at it more that way. So now that Rihanna has this hair care line, she's going to take over the game. I bet you anything. Now, you have been seeing videos of people using the Cecred, that's Beyonce's hair care. But if anything, you're going to see way more people using that the Fenty hair care. Way more people using that. I promise you. Just like with Rihanna's makeup, you're going to see way more people using the makeup. And remember, one thing that people forget, what's up, Shannon? One people forget that when she was doing that lingerie line, remember, she had stuff for men. And you usually don't think men lingerie, but she had boxers, underwear for men. And men of all sizes. Me being bigger, you don't really see big dudes modeling, You don't see that. You don't see really big girls modeling lingerie. Even with her makeup, as I understand, she ranges from the lightest of fair skin to the darkest skin, She covers all those ranges. And so with her beauty line, with her lingerie, she covers all sizes. So, with her hair care, it's probably going to, serve, what y'all be saying, the 4Cs, the 4A, all the hair types and shit like that. A genius. Like her thing is being so inclusive for everyone. Everybody on all the spectrums, the genders, everything. Rihanna is literally for everybody. And this is why people feel like she's more personable than a Beyonce. Where it doesn't feel like a marketing scheme. And mind you, every business has some kind of marketing, plan and stuff like that. I'm not saying, oh, Rihanna just makes shit and people buy it. I'm not saying that. Everything is well thought out. But at the same time, it just seems more real. It just seems more honest, And I bet you the hair care gonna sell out. Oh, I think Rihanna's products will sell out in the first minute. Exactly. Everything sells out. Now, I don't know if Beyonce Cecred sold out. I don't know. I'll be honest, shit, I'm bald, so I don't know. But I didn't hear that her stuff sold out. She might have sold out, a few bottles here and there, like maybe a conditioner. But I ain't heard like, oh my God, it's falling off the shelves. Like, can you even get the Beyonce stuff in the store, or do you only order it online? Because Fenty Beauty, they have it in the stores, right? Well, I think like the makeup stores, but they have it in the stores. I don't think Beyonce Cecred was in the stores like that, right? I think you can only order it online. Online only. Thank you, Nadi. Yeah. Rihanna, she's going to have this in the stores. People are going to be able to touch and feel it. She's a genius. What can I say? But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know who you here for. Rihanna, Beyonce. At the end of the day, congratulations to both women. But I'm just saying, there's a reason why Rihanna, whatever she touches, is gold. She's more personable. That's it. Beyonce has to work on that. If she wants to sell products. If she wants to sell music, that's completely fine the way she's doing it. But if you want to sell a product to people, yeah. Oh, and I just realized, I was about to get out of here, y'all, but I just realized, isn't Ivy Park over now? Because remember she was with Adidas. Her clothing line, Ivy Park. I forgot about that. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I think it's over with, right? Hold on, we about to look real quick. Yeah, I remember reading something like it was over with. I don't think it's still a thing. Right. I've never seen anybody. I've seen all the people, talking about it online and stuff like that, but I never see, like, when I go outside, I never see people with Ivy Park on. Yeah, the house. Yeah, that was the one that she had with her mom, right? Yeah. Beyonce products are overpriced. Yeah. I think who Beyonce is marketing for is not the average day American. I think people put these big price tags on it because it has sometimes you don't have to have the biggest or the most. Not everybody is going to be a Gucci, a Louis, or this or that, right? And I think some of these people, because they have big names, think that their brands or their clothing or whatnot need to be expensive like that. Like, for example, Kanye West. People bought it because it was Kanye West. But also, people looked homeless. It looked like he literally had a clothing line where basically he would put holes in. It was what they call distressed clothing, whatever. Um, it was ugly. That shit was horrible. Some of y'all bought those Yeezys. They were ugly, horrible. The Yeezys, ugly, horrible. I would never spend all that money on them ugly ass shoes. However, I not just because of the Adidas deal and stuff like that. I just think that putting those kind of, especially right now with inflation and shit like that, we're just not going for spending money on ridiculous shit like that. I'm sorry. I know a lot of y'all saying, I see y'all talking about Mary J. Blige. Yeah, that's another one. With them boots. Who's buying those boots? I think those boots are like 1,200 or something like that. 1,200 and up. Who's buying those? Not right now. No. And the thing is, inflation, it's the election year. Like, people are holding on to their money right now. I'm sorry. And it's not a need, especially now when you think about it. You have like these things like Fashion Nova, Shin, Timu. You have like these brands that build on having affordable, cheaper clothing. Nobody needs to now go out and buy the best because they're gonna make it look like it's expensive, but it's not. But they're gonna make it look like it's expensive, so why not buy the Fashion Nova, Timu, all that shit, or the Shin, rather than buy the most expensive stuff just because it has a Beyonce or a Rihanna attached to it? Nah, I'll buy the cheap stuff and make it look like it's something. That's it. We just being honest, y'all. And this is no hate to nobody. I'm just being honest. If I had a brand of something I was selling, I would make sure that it's affordable because I know nobody's gonna buy something at a ridiculous price point like that. Why? Why waste your money like that? But like I said, let me know what you guys think in the chat. Definitely would love to continue the conversation. But thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure I hit that like button, subscribe, follow me on the Facebook, YouTube. I think I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. Follow me everywhere, y'all. But we out of here. Deuces, everybody. Have a good one. I need to go to my eye doctor appointment. Wish me luck.